Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to Gladius. Again, could be the last video. Now, in the last episode, we stuck to the Space Marines, and now we're going to do the same for the Orcs. In theory, I do get a sneaky suspicion that we are about to lose that Necron warrior squad, though, because there is a group of mega knobs coming in with massive power claws. Assuming it is power claws, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And yeah, they're pretty deadly, so I think they're about to die. Oh my word, that's a lot of them. Ah, we got rid of the mech guns, it's fine. And they lost some of their health because they decided to walk directly into my heavy destroyers. They're still alive. 2 health remaining. Necrodermic blades, excellent. Right. Get rid of those mega knobs. I wonder if he'll be able to actually kill them off. He will. Well, the Cryptek could use the experience, but I don't want him to get too close to the action. Right, you can kill them off. Fort Gork. That monolith really does not do a lot of damage. I'm guessing this is mainly meant for tanking than... Oh no, I can do some pretty substantial damage with that. Right. Oh dear. God, I wish my throat would actually start working properly. I say working properly, it's not really working properly, is it? It's more... He just randomly... What? How did he die? This doesn't have blast, does it? Tesla... No. No, actually. That damage type, is that damage type or is that just a generic symbol? I don't know. Huh. I do not know why he died, but I'm not going to complain. Restore some of your health. Move up here. Resurrection Orb to heal the rest of your wounds. Which I should have done before attacking. Oops. Actually, I probably could have... probably could have done that a bit better, I must admit. Alright. Go over there. Apparently it's going to go 0. Oh, I see. It's saving up for next turn, I guess. I don't know. Well, either way, what unit have we ordered? Oh, you can also attack. Right, so the monolith is one of these sorts of entities that can attack multiple times per turn, although one of its attacks is significantly weaker than the other. However, I think it might be about time. Is there anything more significant we can research? Transcendent Catan. That would certainly be interesting, but we can't research that yet. Shelter compression. That sounds lovely. Let's compress all our civilians, shall we? Do I get another one? Well, if we're gonna build another one, we should probably build it here. And we're gonna rush it. Right. I don't see this going wrong at all. No matter. That's not doing a lot of damage. Well, it's doing a lot of damage in comparison to... What on earth are you? Is that a mad dog? No, it's a pain boy. Yeah, that's going to do some damage. Yeah. So... Get rid of those tank busters. You're not doing a lot of damage. I'm a little bit disappointed. I expected more. I'm guessing maybe that's down to the fact that it's not really an... It's just a city, it's not like a proper armoured. Please don't tell me this is the only city they've got. No, so there's one up there as well. I was going to say, if this was the only city they've got, then they're pathetic. Now, I swear there was something up here, or something else up here. Like a war boss or something. Oh yeah, there's skimmers, they can go in water, can't they? What else can this monolith do? Might as well attack the boss tower. I mean, there's no point attacking the pain boy. He's probably just going to either one, heal up, or two, attack for absolute minimal damage. I'm tempted to move my Annihilation Barge more that way than that way because of the Castellan robot. Or Castellan, I don't know. I don't care. We'll attack the city centre. We'll start moving our monolith there over. We got some Praetorians. And we'll put the city to complete stasis, technically. Actually, no, we won't. Get another ore. Ore thing. Get two. There we go. Right. You're going to attack for 0.5 damage. You're going to attack for 5. Yep. And that's the extent of that. Somehow, I don't think the orcs were really prepared. Okay. And then you can finish off that. You can kill him. You can move forward a bit. There we go. 14. That's more what I expected to see. I get the feeling this is going to be a very short video. I'm probably going to end up uploading this alongside the other one. You can't really move that far, so you know what? Just wait. We'll try not to go in the forest. Alright, you can't actually fire. I also can't get down there yet. Ooh, mechs. They're planning on founding a new city. Good luck with that. Especially when you're dead. I think we have victory. Unless they pull out something like a Giga Stomper, I don't think we're going to be... I don't think we're going to be able to lose at this point. We probably will, but... I like to think that we're pretty safe. That Doomsday Ark moved forward 1 square. Monolith, forward! Now I am actually... There we go. All production's back in business. Get into the city. I probably should have moved my monolith in first, actually. That would have done a little bit less damage to the army overall. No matter. Why can't I move there? What exactly is wrong with that bit of terrain? We can't just go there, then there. Oh, he can. I mean, it looks like there's a cliff, but I can't... Oh, I don't know. There's not really a lot I can do. Again, they've chosen a pretty good defensive position. I can only really come in from one side. You can attack. You can use your Gauss flare array. Yeah. And actually, does that do more damage than the actual attack does? No, the actual attack does more damage. Although, can he actually use that this turn? I don't think he can he? Oh no, he can. Although the way he's firing, it makes it look like he's going to hit my Triarch Stalker as well. Oh well. Go to sleep. I think it's... I mean... Are we actually going to get any more quests? Because... Yeah. So it's in the cryptex protests. Agree to test it far from the city and you agree. So I remember I got to chapter 4 with the Space Marines yesterday. And yeah, then nothing happens. The way the quest was worded, at least with the Space Marines. Oh dear word, that noise. It's ridiculous. The way the quest was worded with the Space Marines, it sounds like there's going to be some sort of continuation, but there isn't. Fire, and then use that. You can finish off him. It's mostly just going to be a case of ending it now, isn't it? Can't even summon anything. I'm too densely packed. Actually, can he? He can move in towards the city. So then we'll use Reaper. Then we'll cause some damage. Monolith. Oh, you go. No point in you doing anything. You can use your cannon. I don't know what it's called. Particle whip. There we go. You're not really worth the effort. Right. They're still trying. They've just produced a weird boy. Somehow I don't think that's going to be particularly useful. He used Zap on Heavy Destroyers. Heavy Destroyers, I'm afraid, do not particularly care for your Eldritch Lightning. All we care about is taking down your city, so... Apologies, but you're going to be a feral group before the end of this. That ain't Orky. Well, no, Grud. It's because we're Necrons. Victory! Yes. After untold millennia, you have finally reclaimed your world from the Old One's scions. Now nothing walks on the surface of Gladius Prime. Except a load of Castellan robots, crew hounds, and enslavers, but whatever. They aren't important. that isn't a Necron or a slave. You can start the long task of uncovering the remaining tomb complexes, scouring the surface of the enemy's ramshackle structures. Who knows what awaits outside the warp storm? The old ones? The Catan? With time, you're sure the psychic maelstrom will subside, and you will find out. When it does, you'll be prepared. Your army is replenished and rebuilt, but you're in no rush. You've waited eons, after all. For your final vengeance, you can wait a little longer. And that's it. I should really have just kept going on with that other video, but whatever. So yeah, our score was ridiculous in comparison to the thing is, there's no actual numbers here, so you don't really know what this all represents. It's just a line. We don't know because there is no actual score indicator. I don't know. Yeah, I was superior in military ever since I won that rather substantial skirmish against the Space Marines. The Orcs never really got off the ground. What was the research like? I did actually start to fall behind the Orcs for a second, but then I just went mad. So yeah, that's it. We shall exit the main menu. Well, like I said, that's it. That is a game with the Necrons on Gladius. Now, if you just came for the gameplay, then feel free to move on from the video at this point. And if you have stuck with me this far, then thank you very much for watching. For those who want to know my opinion on the game, then feel free to continue watching or listening, as the case may be. Essentially, I feel this game is a decent game. Given my somewhat limited experience with 4X games, it could just be because the game is so simplistic I can actually understand it. The 4X games that I've played in the past are Civilization and this developer's previous game. I think it was like, was it Pandora or something. And well, I liked Civ. I still do like Civ, but a lot of the later Civilization games just start to get way too complicated, in the sense that I can kinda keep track, but I also kinda can't. They just end up confusing me. This game does not confuse me. There is very little to it. It is, as I believe I've said before, a war game in 4X clothing. And I suppose that is still fairly decent. If it had been marketed as a war game as opposed to a 4X game, I imagine it might not have got some of the backlash that it has. Well, not backlash as such, more of what's it called? Negativity that's directed at it. Nevertheless, I still believe this is a decent game. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was about £30. I think it was. Keeping in mind that I pre-ordered the deluxe edition. I believe the standard edition is a little bit cheaper, so it's not exactly a full price release either. I imagine it will get boring quite quickly in comparison to games like Civ, due to the lack of complexity behind it. But for someone like me, I still think this is in comparison to some of the other 40k games that have been coming out of late, this is definitely a step up. I'm just waiting to see what they're going to do with DLC though, because, I mean, there's a warp storm, and yet chaos is nowhere to be seen at all. Unless you have the Lord of Skulls thing, which is the most overpowered piece of machinery I have ever seen. I mean, seriously, that thing spawns way too early for the forces and the technology that you have. I mean, I tried playing the game with the orcs, and yeah, they just got wrecked by the Lord of Skulls. Or should I say, I just got wrecked by the Lord of Skulls. I mean, it's obvious that they're going to bring chaos into it eventually. I mean, the Lord of Skulls is a chaos war engine after all. Specifically with Khorne. Though it would be interesting to see what they did with chaos, because obviously you've got all the different paths of chaos. You've got Undivided, where you don't really owe your loyalty to any of the gods and just sort of pick and choose as you go along. Then you've got Khorne, who focuses more on combat. You've got Tzeentch, who focuses more on spells and abilities. Then you've got Selesh, who just throws around phallic objects and occasionally plays loud music. And then you've got Nurgle, who is essentially nature incarnate. So basically you've got loads of really powerful elements, and then you've got the college frat party. If I'm using the right terminology there. I don't know, I never actually... I've never been part of that culture, but whatever. Right, okay, I think that's enough of that for the time being. So if you have stuck with me through the entire thing, then thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, when we play something different, probably. Unless people want me to do the other races, but we'll see. I've still not played the Astra Militarum, or the Imperial Guard. Maybe I have to have a game with them at some point. Not on camera though, I'll play it off camera. But anyway, I have been Caldaris, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.